Politics today on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbaloye in Lagos. Well, the president, who was barely 2 years before the end of his tenure, is getting support for the next general elections. And please note, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, has not personally made it known to the public whether he will run or not. Well, I gathered also that, in fact, during the NEC meeting of the APC, he did calm nerves and those who are rooting for him for 2019. Today, the Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, while addressing leaders of the Democratic Youth Congress for Buhari 2019, who are on a courtesy visit to him at the government house in Owerri, the governor, who said he's a strong fan of the president, did not mince words. He said the president is a best man for the job. Let's hear him say it in his own words.
The best president of Nigeria in 2023 was 2027. But the Nigeria of today is the right man for this country. His fight against corruption takes an unusual character to do what he's doing. A star to end up with terrorism in the Northeast is again something that requires personal act. I think Nigerians, not just every Nigerian, should support President Muhammad. Because forget about local office. The Southeast, all the Southeast governors are for President Muhammad. The South, 7. The North, 7. Southwest, 7. In all of them put together, except for 1 or 2. Who will also record their time to register channel.
Rochas Okorocha, governor of Imo State and the chairman of the APC Governors Forum. Well, let's go to Abuja now, where the Senate has announced the deferment of a debate on the 2018 budget as submitted to the joint session of the National Assembly by President Muhammadu Buhari about 2 weeks ago. The Senate President Bukola Saraki announced that the discussions will now start on November 28th. Saraki says the postponement was due to the delay in the passage of the 2018-2020 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, and distribution of budget documents. This is contrary to its earlier plan to commence debate on the general principles of the budget. So what happens to the regularizing on the calendar of our budget year? So let's go into discussion now. Joining us from our Abuja studio is the spokesperson of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Shabi Abdullahi, and also with him there is Executive Director, Center for Social Justice, Mr. Eze Onyekpere. Many thanks, gentlemen, for coming on the program tonight. Well, let me begin with your reactions to the situation and the breaking news that we're, or developing story that we're following right here. The stepping aside or stepping down or the resignation, as the case may be, of the world's oldest leader, Robert Mugabe. First and foremost, Senator, what do you think the implication might be for Africa and for the world, particularly now that Nigeria has also intervened? The president did make a reaction when the military intervened in the affairs of the politics of Zimbabwe. Immediately, what comes to your mind?
Well, thank you very much, Sean, for having me. The first thing I want to say is democracy has come to stay in Africa. And I think what transpired in Zimbabwe is clearly a demonstration of the fact that democracy can never be wished away. And I think the people have tried their best, they've endured, but at the end of the day, people's power prevailed. Interesting.
Mr. Onyekpere, you are the lawyer here. For a man who has been sitting tight, holding on to that seat 37 years, that's almost four decades. Yes. And so now, what do you think may have changed this position when he decided earlier today to eventually resign?
I believe he should have left power for so many years ago, but he's just been there sitting tight, and eventually he saw that his situation was no longer tenable. He either resigned or he'll be impeached. Already is leaving power in not such an honorable manner. He should have left as the father of the nation after the first 10 years, Or even after the first 20, he went on up to 30, 37. So it's a big shame, and it's a lesson to all other dictators in Africa that their time is up and they should leave power honorably and allow others to take over the reins and try their own ideas for the development of their country.